Here's another good entry from OnePlus. Hawak ko right now is the all-new na OnePlus Nord 5. Ano nga ba meron dito sa phone na ito? Powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8S Gen 3, meron siya 50MP na rear camera sensor and a 50MP na front-facing camera sensor. Android version 15 na may 4 major na Android updates. Plus, meron siyang 144Hz na screen refresh rate. Panalo kaya? More details after this quick intro. Now, ito sa OnePlus Nord 5 na may 8256 na configuration, has a price point of 25,990. And ang kanyang 12512 na higher variant has a price point of 28,990. Pwede nito mabili sa Digital Walker on online and offline stores nila, or just simply click the link on the description box, or just simply check out the product link na pinost natin. Now, if you order early, it comes together with a free case like this one. And yeah, maganda naman ang case na to. I kinda like kasi medyo magaspang siya. So, maganda ang grip niya. So, hurry up. Don't forget to catch yung first wave para makuha nitong free itong case na ito. And meron din siyang free na Nord Buds 3 and isang free na 80 watts na SuperVOOC na power brick. Dahil wala siyang charging brick kasama sa loob. Now, when it comes to design, very simple ang kanyang design. Matte finish ang kanyang likod, wala kang makitang fingerprints dito, and very simple lang din ang kanyang camera modules dito. It has a plastic side frames, a glass back, and a Corning Gorilla Glass 7i na protection dito sa harap. This is IP65 dust and water resistant, and sad to say, wala siyang eSIM support. One thing to like naman dito sa kanya is quite thin naman kanyang bezel, and it's symmetrical all throughout 4 sides. For me, overall, ang kanyang design factor, 8 out of 10. Now, this phone is being powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8S Gen 3. Yes, I know, I was hoping na they use the better one, the 8S Gen 4. But one thing na maganda dito sa 8S Gen 3 is hindi siya ganun kainit katulad ni 8S Gen 4. Now, scoring a 1.45 million points dito sa Antutu benchmark. And ito ang kanyang breakdown scores. Ito naman nakuha ko dito sa Geekbench, kanyang CPU benchmark. And ito naman sa kanyang GPU na benchmarking. 3,291 ang kanyang loop score with a 82% na stability sa Wildlife Extreme. And looking good naman kanyang thermals and it throttled to 92% na kanyang best performance. Mukhang solid naman kanyang specs. Now, one thing na nagustuhan ko rin dito sa kanya is that this one comes together with Android 15. And right now, it's running Oxygen OS 15. Meron siyang 4 na major Android upgrade. So, meaning you're updated up to 16, 17, 18, and 19. Pretty good for a mid-ranger. Now, ang kanyang battery is katamtaman lang, 5,200 mAh. It's not a bigger battery na we're expecting, and it supports a 80 watts na fast charging, which is, well, if you pre-order early, you get a free 80 watts of SuperVOOC charge. Kung wala, walang charger. Now, probably the next thing na tatanong sa akin kung ano magandang alternative na charger para dito sa phone na ito. Ito ang highly recommended ko from Ugreen. This is a 65 watts na Nexode GAN charger and ang liit niya. Sobrang daling bitbitin to anywhere you go, be it traveling or going to office or school, pwede na bitbitin to. And ang bilis niya ligpit, ganito lang pagligpit niya. And sa likod, it has a lot of ports. Meron siyang isang A port and 2 C port. So you can charge 3 devices all at the same time. Plus, if you're a fan ng Genshin Impact, panalo to. So kung gusto nyo malaman kung saan pwede mabili ito, link on the description. One thing na magugusto mo dito sa phone na ito is it supports bypass charging, which is hooray para sa mga gamers out there. And it's definitely a good upgrade para sa OnePlus Nord 5. Now, in terms of battery performance, efficient naman si 8S Gen 3. Lasting me for 2 days without charging. Kayang-kaya naman niya magtagal as long as hindi ka nagbabad sa gaming, walang problema dito sa OnePlus Nord 5. And nung sinalang ko to sa PC Mark the battery stress test, under 50% brightness and 60Hz na screen refresh rate, 20 hours and 48 minutes na screen on time, pretty solid para sa akin. Now, pag-usapan natin kanyang display. Magandang display nito dahil this one has a 6.83-inch na Swift AMOLED display na may 144Hz screen refresh rate. Maximum brightness niya 1,800 nits and meron din siyang 3,840Hz sa PWM dimming. 90% kanyang screen to body ratio dahil manipis ang kanyang bezels. And it's been protected by the Corning Gorilla Glass 7i. Ako, ang hilig mo naman is gamitin to on social media, panalong-panalo to, more than enough kasi ang ganda ng display nito. Very bright ang kanang colors, and pag nagsuswipe ka naman across social media, be it sa Facebook, TikTok, or sa Instagram, wala kang maging problema dito dahil smooth ang experience ko dito. It was quite good, basta maganda inyong internet connection. Now, if you're watching naman HD content dito on this phone, expect to give you a really good experience dahil the colors are punchy, and maganda din ang kanang resolution dito sa phone na ito. So, equals, maganda ang iyong experience. Now, since meron tong dual speakers, gusto ko lang i-test kung gaano kalakas nga bang speakers na ito. Here goes. Not bad yung song, and not bad din ang kanyang loudness na itong audio niya. Pag sinagad ko, hindi siya tunog lata, pero hindi lang siya super lakas. Now, I played 3 games dito on this phone, and using bypass charging, nilaro ko ang Wuthering Waves, Genshin Impact, and Delta Force. Pagdating sa Wuthering Waves, sinagad-sagad ko ng graphical settings hanggang saan kaya niya, since the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 is more or less a little bit less powerful than the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Pero definitely can perform. And one thing na napansin ko sa kanya is maganda naman kanyang resolution, and the gameplay was quite okay. Though, there are times na may nafe-feel ako konting lags and konting frame drops, pero hindi naman siya yung garapalan na frame drops, no? Dahil alam naman natin si Wuthering Waves medyo graphical intense, pero the experience is definitely good on this one. Kahit medyo magbakbakan kayo ng maraming kalaban on a certain point, medyo nagka-clash kayo, very minimal lang yung lags na nafe-feel ko. Overall gameplay was really good, the sound is just okay, and the touch response is pretty responsive. Pinakamainit na inabot ko after 30 minutes of gameplay, 46 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa Genshin Impact, sinagad-sagad ko rin ng graphics. Nilagay ko sa high and 60 FPS. Now, first things first, masasabi ko sa inyo na okay naman siya for the first 15 minutes. Now, nung tumatagal na, medyo may nafe-feel ako konting lags along the way. I'm not quite sure kung dahil sa aking internet connection. Very minimal lang, no? There's quite a few instances na feel ko na naglalag siya. Pero that was during mga heavy battles. Pero kung naglalakad ka, tumatakbo ka, wala naman nafe-feel na lags kanya. The gameplay was quite okay for me. Now, one of the good things naman this kanya is very responsive ka ng touch, and the sound is just okay. Pwede mo ma-enhance yung sound experience if you use a TWS. And pinakamainit na inabot ko after 30 minutes of gameplay is 45 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa Delta Force, magandang gameplay dito. Sinagad ko rin ang kanyang graphical settings kung hanggang saan ang kaya niya. And the game experience was quite good. I was able to play an R dito on this game. And one thing na napansin ko sa kanya is quite okay ang kanyang sounds. Not bad. And the graphics is quite good. Hindi naman siya super init. And umabot siya ng roughly 43 degrees Celsius after 1 hour of gameplay. Now, pag-usapan naman natin ngayon ang camera performance ng OnePlus Nord 5. Meron siyang 50MP na main camera sensor, which is a Sony LYT700C na may aperture 1.8. May OIS din siya, and it comes together with a 8MP na OmniVision na OV08D10, and this is yung kanyang ultra-wide lens, and meron siyang field of view na 116 degrees. This can shoot you up to 4K and 60, and ang kanyang front-facing camera is also a 50MP, which is a Samsung ISOCELL na S5KJN5. This one can also shoot you up to 4K and 60. Now, simulan natin ang ating camera analysis with some outdoor shots na nakuha natin. Though it's a bit makulimlim and kakagaling lang sa bagyo. And taking a look at this shot, masasabi ko sa inyo guys, ang ganda ng pagkakuha dito. Saktong-saktuhan lang ang kanyang focus and maganda ang kanyang pagka-background blur. Pag tinignan mo mabuti dito sa prutas na ito, kitang-kita mo yung mga water droplets na nandyan sa kanya. Now, tinry ko naman kunan tong rosebud na ito, and it looks good, no? Mabilis naman siya mag-focus, and yung kanyang greens, kanyang leaf, a little bit saturated, pero hindi naman siya sobrang OA. Kapag tinignan naman natin tong flower na ito, okay not bad ang ganang color, and almost close na sa nakikita ko with my naked eye. And pag tinignan naman ng mga details na dito, pati water droplets, is very, very evident. Pati ito, no? Pag tinignan natin dito sa flower na ito, kahit sobrang liit na ito, was able to focus fast and maganda rin ang mga water droplets sa dito. Also, itong purple na flower na ito, kitang-kita natin mga details niya. Kapag tinignan mo naman mga greens dito, it's a little bit saturated like I told you, pero okay lang naman siya pang post sa Instagram. This is another photo that I like. Ang ganda ng kanyang pagka-focus dito sa mga ugat and blurring it all the way to the background. Now, if you're trying to take some food shot naman using the camera, okay, not bad. Kitang-kita pa rin mga oil dito sa macaroni na ito. And striking a photo dito sa subject na ito looks very sharp. Now, taking a look naman dito sa photo na ito, I kinda like tong shot na ito. Ang ganda ng kanyang focus dito sa subject on the first 2 pack and blurring it all the way to the background. Ang ganda, tingnan. Pati itong pakwan nito, ang ganda din ng focus dito sa harap and a little bit blurred dito papuntang sa likod. Maganda rin kanyang pagka-capture dito sa alimango na ito. It looks quite good. Pati mga details dito sa bangus na ito and pati mga eyes dito sa gilid niya, maganda namang details na na-captured niya. Now, taking some flower shot dito, mukhang maganda naman ng camera ni OnePlus Nord 5. Focusing on some subjects dito, masasabi ko sa inyo, ang bilis mag-focus and ang ganda ng kanyang background blur. Natinry ko rin naman kanyang zoom lens. This is how it looks like. This is a normal shot, 2 times. And this is a 5 times zoom. Kita natin na clear pa rin si ate and kita natin ang details niya kahit 5 times zoom na to. Nang ginamit din natin kanyang ultra wide lens, this is how it looks like. 1 times, 2 times, 5 times, 10 times, and 20 times. Kitang-kita pa rin ang clear, maganda kanyang pagka-digital zoom. Now, if you're using itong camera niya on outdoor, I would tell you na ang ganda rin ng kanyang front-facing camera. It can capture all of the details sa aking mukha and may aliwalas tingnan na aking mukha kahit medyo gloomy ang weather. And if you try to strike some pose dito, it's a little bit softer kasi siguro shaded. Pero dito naman on this shot is looking really, really clear. Now, if you're trying to snap some pose naman on sa loob ng coffee shop, basta medyo magandang lighting, you'll be able to strike some good pose like this one. Pero kung medyo mahina ang lighting, it will be soft, just like this one. Now, if you're using the front-facing camera pang vlog, well, okay lang siya. Hindi naman super duper smooth, pero okay na siya using it for selfie video. And ang kanyang rear camera is smoother compared sa kanyang front-facing camera. And maganda din ang resolution na makaka-capture mo using the OnePlus Nord 5. Okay na okay to for content creation. Now, kamusta naman experience ko with the OnePlus Nord 5? Honestly, not so bad ang experience ko dito sa kanya. I was hoping na gamitin nila a higher chip like the 8S Gen 4 and a little bit bigger battery at 6,000 mAh. But overall, not so bad ang experience ko dito. Makunan ka ng battery, the processor can definitely perform, and hindi lang siya kasing init ang 8S Gen 4. The camera performance is definitely great, and overall experience, I'll give it a 8 out of 10. Okay guys, are you willing to buy the OnePlus Nord 5? Let me know in the comments kung anong tingin nyo dito sa device na ito. And if you want to know kung saan pwede ito mabili, you can buy this at any Digital Walker online and offline store, or just simply click the link on the description na pinaprovide natin. Now, if you like this video guys, don't forget to share it to your friends, and a quick sub sa aking channel is definitely awesome. I'll see you in my next one. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.